Hello, you're welcome to Parenting with Ease. My name is Mojisola Shetune. I'm a parent coach and I'm a sexuality educator. If this is your first time of joining my channel, thank you for coming to this channel. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you for subscribing to this channel and for always looking out for my videos. I post video every week, especially for people that are longing to learn about how they can parent in the 21st century. I give tips and skills on how you can parent and how it can be easy for you to parent your child in this day and age. So if you're new on this channel, I will beseech you to please subscribe to my channel and also click the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you will be aware. Thank you for joining this channel once again. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I will be talking about 10 things, 10 things that are worth teaching your child. I know there are a lot of things that you can teach your child. In fact, there are more than 100,000, but I will just focus on 10 things that you can teach your child. And what's the number first? The number one. The first thing that I know, and I assure you that if you teach your child, you can never get it wrong, is to let your child know that a child needs to be kind. Always. Let your child understand the meaning of kindness. It doesn't matter how little you can show another person a heart of kindness. It's always go the Lord. It does a lot in giving people hope, in keeping hope alive when you show people kindness. There are a lot of things going on in the society, in our environment, in the world today, and people need kindness. You don't have to give physical things. It doesn't have to be food. It doesn't have to be clothing. It doesn't have to be anything physical. You can give physical things if you have it, or if you don't have. Let your word be kind. Let your smile be kind. Everything that exudes out of you, let it be kind to another person. So teach your child to be kind at all times. The second thing I will be talking about is that let your child know that life is about 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you respond. Many things will happen to us in our lifetime, We'll go through ups and downs. We're going to face challenges and difficulties. But how do you respond to that challenge when it comes? How do you respond to that difficulty when it comes? You need to let your child know life is not going to be rosy. There will be ups and there will be downs. But the truth is, you are going to face it and you're going to overcome. But it depends on your reaction, on how you perceive that challenge. So let your child understand that life is about 10% of what happens to the child and 90% of how the child responds. And you parents as well. How do you respond to challenges? Do you make it look as if this is the end? Or do you have hope that you're going to overcome this? Is what your child sees you do at every point in time that the child will also focus on. This is the second thing that is worth teaching your child about. The third thing I will be talking about, I cannot but say this every point in time that I talk about parenting. And it's not just parenting, it's an individual, it's us as a person. How much or how grateful are you? How do you show gratitude to God, to people around you, even to yourself, to every day that you wake up, that you do things? Do you have a gratitude journal? This is one of the things that I did this year for my kids. I made sure we all have gratitude journals that we can write how grateful we are. It doesn't have to be 10 things. It doesn't have to be 20 things that you're grateful for every day. It could be just one or two things that you're grateful for. When you show a heart of gratitude, things begin to work for you. You see hope. Your life becomes different. You see the light out of after the tunnel. There's a beam of hope that shows in your heart that yes, today may not be so good, but there's something good about today. And that is how to show a heart of gratitude. I want you to teach your child to always show a heart of gratitude at all times. It helps the child to see that there is nothing that I cannot overcome. If only I can be grateful even for the little things that I have. The number four lesson that is worth teaching your child is letting the child understand that the child needs to keep his or her word at all times. Your word is your bond. Your word makes people to trust you, make you to gain people's trust, and make people to confide in you most of the time. Your word, if you keep your word, people learn to trust and respect you for that. So let your word be your bond. Always keep your word at all times. The fifth lesson worth teaching your child is don't be afraid to make mistakes. We all make mistakes in life. The most important thing is for you to learn from your mistakes. Learn from it. Take something out of that mistake. Make it an experience and move forward with it. Don't just try to wallow in your mistakes. Learn from every mistake that you make. And what is the sixth is respect people. Give respect. Respect is reciprocal. When you give respect, you tend to get respect back. And you should also demand for respect. So when you give respect, you should expect respect. Respect is reciprocal. Give it and it will come back to you. The seventh lesson that is worth teaching your child is for your child to choose his or her friend wisely. One of the things I don't forget to remind my children is that choosing your friend makes everything about your life. You need to choose your friend wisely. And you need to be a good friend if you want to attract good friends. You cannot be a bad friend and you will expect to attract good friends as well. So you need to be a good friend for you to make a good friend. That is, I tell my children that your friend decides everything about you. If you don't choose your friend wisely, they can actually affect your life positively or negatively. They can be a negative peer pressure to you, and they can be positive peer pressure to you. Parents as well. Do you have good friends in your corner? Do you have friends that you can vouch for? Are you a good friend? Because if you're not a good friend, I assure you, you can't also make good friends. So teach your child to be good friends for them to attract good friends into their life. The lesson is do something adventurous, but be safe with it. You know, some people go skiing, they go ski diving, they do all sort of things using parachutes and their hair in the wind. I'm not saying it's not adventurous. It is. In fact, some of my children are already planning to do that. And I keep, anytime they talk about that, my heart just beats. I'll ask them, why would you want to do that? They'll say, Mommy, let's just be adventurous sometimes, but always be safe. Even if you're adventurous, be safe about it. And also, your health is wealth. Keep your health at all times, keep it in check. Rest when you're supposed to rest, work when you're supposed to work, because this body also needs to rest. Your brain needs to rest. Every part of our body needs to rest. If we rest enough, we'll be able to get the strength that we need to carry us on for the next day and for every other day that we might need to work. So keep in mind to be adventurous and also take time to rest when you're supposed to. The ninth lesson is learn to volunteer. Learn to help other people. Volunteering does not necessarily mean that you should expect something in return. Fine, some people volunteer and they give them like money in return. Some people, they give them gifts. But that should not be the basis for your volunteering. Your volunteering should come from the heart of helping other people, from the heart of contributing to your community, contributing to your environment, contributing to your world, to the nation as a whole. So you volunteering should not be about you getting something back. It should also be about you giving other people. Either you give your time, either you give physical things, either you give your property if you have access to things that you know that you can let go. These are the way to volunteer. Volunteer to help other people at all times. Like I said, be kind. You know, they always say the person that gives, the hand is always on top. So don't always expect to take and take and take. Learn to also give back and teach your children also to give back to the society, to give back to other people, to learn to help other people when they can. The last but not the least lesson is for you to let your children know that God's got their back. God is always with them at every point in time, but they need to have a relationship with God. When you have a relationship with Him, is God through your dark moments, through your beautiful moments, through the times that you think everything is down for you. He always gets your back. He's always there for you. So let your children know that God is always there for them. But they need to have a relationship with Him as well. Thank you. I hope you have been able to learn something from all the tips that I've given about parenting. Parenting in the 21st century is not a walk in the park. You need to put in the work at all times. And I will not stop without reminding you that the methods of parenting has changed and it's evolving, but the goal of parenting remains the same, which is raising a wholesome child to fulfill his or her potential while adding value to the society. Remember, parenting is not a walk in the park, but it can be fun and it can be enjoyable. Put in the work and you get it. Thank you for joining me once again. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to this channel. I will always drop videos for you where you can learn parenting skills in the 21st century so that it can be easy for you to parent your children. You can parent your child and still have fun at the same time. Till I see you next time, have a beautiful week ahead. My name is Mojisola Shetunde. I'm a parent coach and I'm a sexuality educator. Bye.